Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final Week 3 game. Learn Dota 2 League Season 14, Week 3. Last flashback game, I'm finally completely, utterly, 100% caught up with the main series, which is great. It means I don't have to do this 19 times a week anymore. It's just a shame that so many of these Week 3 games are these 70-minute classics. Anyway, so today we're looking at Grim Adventures, we're looking at ATHF. If you've been keeping any track of the LD2L community, I'm sure you probably know how this game is going to go. Let's talk about these drafts. I really like the Grim Adventures draft. Last game it felt like they picked Undying pretty much just to have the Undying pick. This time it actually feels like it really goes well. They have like a very good team theme in general. They have a lot of very massive AoE damage. They have a lot of really nasty things to do. Aqua Teen Hunger Forcestaff has so far picked a bunch of heroes that feels like, are kind of not what Enigma wants to see. But then on the other hand, I do also kind of feel like, we've had ATHF lineups like this before that haven't gone super well. The cheeseburger pudge has honestly not been that impressive having seen it. If we're going to be going with that again, it might be number one Frank stand this time. That would be at least a nice change, but yeah, Grim Adventures just won a big AoE Cloud of Doom, basically, and it feels like they've done a good job protecting that concept to a good degree. Night Stalker's gonna make this hard, and yeah, it is going to be the one pudge again. Again, I just it is going to sound very mean, but the cheeseburger pudge, I don't know, I do feel like it is not one of the better pudges in this league. And I'm sure he basically just started picking it up for this season, basically. It's going to be a 4 Undying this time. Going to be an Undying Enigma lane, which is going to be really, really tough to deal with. Let's jump right into it. Everybody's standing perfectly still. I don't think this is how this is supposed to look.
Prepare for battle.
It's definitely, again, I'm just saying this as if anybody doesn't know the outcome of every series in Week 3, because it's a very, I think a very infamous week as far as results go. If ATHF is going to win this game, it's going to be all about Pudge getting some very early kills. That's kind of antithetical to how Cheeseburger likes to play this hero. But he's just going to need a lot of fat stacks really quickly.
"30 seconds to battle."
Going to need a lot of fat stacks really quickly. He's going to need to stay well away from the Undying here. Black holes are going to be tough, but I don't think there's anything that really stops the black hole when the BKB comes out, outside of the Winter's Curse. And of course you get the Dismember as well, but I mean, what black hole is going to happen this game that doesn't involve Pudge? Any black hole that happens this game that Pudge isn't in was a waste of a black hole. That much I can tell you for almost a fact. Outside of maybe like the very early part of this game. Once the BKB comes out, it's just Winter's Curse. Won't be a bad game for Enigma to just straight up go BKB Lincolns here. Because if he has both of them up, then they really can't stop him at all. There's nothing that's going to do that. It's a very fortunate position for him to be in, given that this is a very early Enigma pick. is interesting here. They're actually not going to be running a 5 Dawnbreaker. They're just going to be running Matty 4. They're going to be running Matty here in the offlane, which I don't know. I think I like that a lot less, actually. It's going to be good at trying to keep the thumb down on Night Stalker. Like, it's going to be a pretty crappy lane to beat him. No doubt about that, but... And the Weaver and Undying lane is so strong that I think you can unironically use this as an off lane, and it actually works out okay. It's not as good as it used to be due to the Sakuchi nerfs, so that might be a little harder, but it's going to be very, very tough for the Night Stalker or for the Marcy to do much here. You can see this here, Night Stalker already only has like 500 HP. Weaver gets the first blood here. I think Mikkel could actually be playing these a little bit more aggressively. I don't know if he's really keeping great track on how much damage PVC, or not how much damage, but how much strength PVC is taking here. So that's not how you want to start this game. Weaver is going to be basically the game for Grim Adventures here, another very Mikkel-focused lineup. But, and he gets the first blood here. So this could be a good revenge kill they get it. PVC has kind of walked out of lane at a very awkward time. Ooh, 13 HP, oh my god. Mikkel as close to disaster as a man is legally allowed to be. I mean, that was one melee creep sneezes on him, he dies. Ravern trying to use the Enigmites as a source of money for herself here. Isn't a bad idea, all things considered. It's kind of an unfortunate matchup for Zeus, I think. Like, once Undying hits 6 here, it's going to be really hard for him to operate. You know, Zeus basically spends his entire life at the most minimal amount of mana possible. That'd be especially bad for him if Marcy's going to show up here, maybe looking for a rotation, but no, ultimately not going to do anything. PVC pipe is followed here. Undying is now also here, which I think is probably more awkward for Night Stalker than for Marcy. If I'm Mikkel, I'm just literally every time I ease up, I think I'm just going to be right-clicking Night Stalker right now. Again, he's playing this lane very, very carefully. Cheeseburger hooks an Eidolon. That's probably not what he wanted to get. And now we wait. Gotham calls this pause tactical. I'm going to make the guess that this one probably wasn't. It was a very oft-paused series, I must say. Given how these games are both... Well, I mean, spoilers, I did actually look at the timestamp on this one because I wanted to make sure I could actually get it up. Given that these games are both rather long games, and the sheer amount of pausing that's involved in them, these probably wrapped up at like 10 PM or something. Undying, just using the tombstone there to just straight up take out the Marcy. Night's Dog in a very awkward spot again. I hate to keep beating this over the head, but playing very carefully with the Geminate attack. Maybe just trying to exclusively use it for last hits, I don't know. Marcy's gonna show a bot. Try and make a save for Cheeseburger over here. Very good timing on the popsicle. Very bad timing for Enigma to just randomly walk over to where the secret shop used to be. Just should not have done that. If he stayed closer to that, that is a virtually guaranteed kill on the Pudge. Okay, it's going to be a virtually guaranteed kill on the Pudge anyway if he just sticks around. No, never mind. Okay, it just hit me there, hearing Zeus' voice. Boy, I sure hope Zeus didn't have ult when that happened here. Trying to get a kill on the OD. This is not a very realistic prospect unless he continues to stick around, which he isn't. He's staying behind that tower where he should be. Getting some backup of his own. Gotham's running into this lane. Swing and a miss for Matty Boy.
I could do with more of that.
Pudge so far has been almost completely untouched as far as last inning goes. In fact, so far in general, ATHF are leading the pack as far as the last hits go. I do think maybe Undying is over-rotating in this game. I feel like if Undying stays top, then Weaver just gets to completely free farm and Night Stalker doesn't have a game. But he's been wandering around so often, just doing various things. Like right now, he was over at mid trying to help out the Zeus there, and an ultimately fruitless go. Shoot. Lots of firepower coming in at bot lane. Pudge is going to be walking out of lane with a pair of fat stacks here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, this should have been probably a much better lane, but just PVC Pipe was in, just like he was with LD2L as an admin, just being a very absentee father in this lane. It's a very deep go here at mid. OD and Marcy just trying to go very deep in to try and get something done, but they end up just getting eaten here. So we do finally have the moment where one of these Undying rotations does actually come out for them in a pretty big way. It's a lot of money that just fell into the Dire lineup's pockets here. Well, it was a lot used for that. I don't think anything they're going to be caring about anytime soon.
Don't mind if I do.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Night Stalker just running after the Undying here. I gotta say, that is a bit questionable. But he's randomly gonna kill the Dawnbreaker in another lane. Goes Thunder to zeros there. Very sad.
Prevail.
Basically, not a true one-shot with Sanity's Eclipse, but so close to a one-shot it falls up in the margin of error. Everybody just kind of awkwardly grouped together for the Night Stalker silence there. Which meant he did get himself a free kill on the Undying, though. Just barely whiffed out on the Weaver. Used ult at pretty much the perfect time. Matty Boy came to this lane to throw his hammer at a single melee creep. I guess he was assuming that the half-dead Night Stalker with low mana was just going to jump on him, maybe? He was going to tower dive to go for Marcy here.
Dire's middle tower
Which is a
is under
success.
attack.
See, that's the Weaver gameplay we know and love.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Marcy decides that the reason she just died there is because she's illiterate and has decided to pick up reading to try and prevent that from happening in the future. Taking a miss on that hook there from Cheeseburger. He spent a very long time trying to get a good position for that. Just did not work out.
Illusion.
Very slow segment of this lane phase in particular. I do like how at this point there has been almost a switch I was talking about at this point. Dawnbreaker coming up pretty much seems like full time at top. He's gonna tombstone here. He's gonna take it out, though it's going to come at a great cost. Zeus ult goes out here. What the hell was that? Tall Ball's getting just annihilated here. I don't think anything actually like stunned him at all. I think he just moved, just right-clicked the ground there. As a result, everybody is now going to die.
Under attack.
Sucker's going a little deep here, especially considering that daytime just suddenly came around.
Is under attack.
He's gonna be okay. Weaver is gonna be less okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
60 HP he gets out of that one. Finds a double damage, but is not going to be able to do anything with it, but be all nice and crackly and shiny when he goes back home. Either way, he's going to stick around this top lane. It's going to go down. I'm starting to become quite confused how the result of this game is what it is. Seems like going bad to worse for the Grim Adventures here. Just a straight up. I do like the all the Dire all together there. They're both doing better than their Radiant counterparts, but on the support line. But just a straight line of value for the Dire. Undying commits the ultimate sin of putting down this tombstone right in front of the enemy team with nothing to support it, just getting completely hosed.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's a good drop from Matty Boy.
Is under attack.
That was just completely destroyed the enemy support line and forced Night Stalker to retreat. First bit of good news in a while for the Grim Adventures. Here's another bit of good news. Weaver's gonna get a bunch of bounty runes. And Enigma has just picked up a Blink Dagger. The water is now very blue. I know it's supposed to be electrified, but I mean, this just looks like Gatorade. You just filled it with Gatorade, you just filled it with like RTX water. Hey, if you look at certain spots, so you can definitely see some crackling going on. Undying gonna
Dire's
eat the
middle
Pudge
tower
ult here.
is under attack.
I believe that was the blink reveal for Enigma, which is a bit unfortunate. He had to use it defensively.
Under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A fitting bout.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Pudge again gonna try and Force an encounter with Weaver up here, but Weaver's not going to take it this time. We got some SVSV action going on. Night Stalker looking for the Enigma here, does not actually find him. Considers going for Zeus and the Dawnbreaker instead, does not find that either. Very awkward situation here. Zeus is forced to stop his TP.
Has fallen.
Gotham is just single-mindedly going for this tombstone, just getting hammered for it. Whatever Vernalt is going to go down here, take about half of Dawnbreaker's health bar out. Black Hole gets immediately interrupted. At this point so far, Black Hole has been nothing more than a mini-stun, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, not too surprising. Enigma just simply needs BKB as soon as humanly possible this game. Needs to go back in time, get Minotaur Horn back in the game, that's what he needs. Okay, Dawnbreaker just going to get an anvil dropped on her head. Night Stalker, very conveniently timed DD there. Gonna use it to just totally knock out PVC Pipe going on a warding mission. I hear a fresh meat, but I'm not sure why. Oh, he found Enigma Help. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cheeseburger definitely playing a more active Pudge than he has been so far. Both in terms of actually using his Q, just remembering he has that button on his keyboard, and in terms of actually trying to wander with his team and try to lay down some fire, rather than just kind of, you know, idly farming the day away. You know, there's certainly time for that. Got some TPs coming out here. Honestly, I'm not really sure why they had a retreat. I think they could have just Winter's Curse to the TPs and just shattered them. I guess without the Night Stalker there, they weren't feeling particularly confident. I don't know. Radiant looking for somebody in the triangle. No dice. Everybody's just chasing them right now to back to their own side of the river. Marcy's gonna go out first. Marcy's gonna go first, and nobody wants her to. She immediately just has to run out of there.
Flesh sustains, gold remains.
Brigand's Blade is a very big jungle item for Weaver. Very convenient find for him. Pudge has just finished up his Ags. I will say, I guess again it's going to be less of a surprise. But the Pudge game here. Oh, some SVSV action. This time looking for Zeus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Marcy's going to show up for the assist here, just to guarantee he goes down, basically.
I'm your god too.
It's going to be a little harder than okay. It'll be a little harder than usual to make great use of the Pudge Eggs in this game. You're going to definitely have to keep a very good eye on Weaver. You're going to have to know where he is in a fight at basically all times. That's easier said than done. A lot of times. Easier said than done. You know, I don't think we've ever really looked at the, okay, never mind. Oh dear. Oh dear. Uh-oh. That's not good. That just went on YouTube. Let's all pretend we didn't just see that and just keep going with life. So as it turns out, there was actually a good reason that I didn't look at the Grim Adventure statue lineup. If nobody reports me, we're all good. Skull's gonna show the deity to try and fight Pudge. It's not gonna work for him. Oh, smoke literally doesn't do anything. Immediately broken here. Very awkward. I think we're trying to kind of just stand here and hide for a minute. I was positioning with a shadow amulet.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Kind of
attack.
reveal himself here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the moment Weaver gets back up, ATHF immediately pulls the hell out. One of the most dramatic retreats I've seen in a very long time for a team that has a pretty sizable advantage. Night Stalker disagrees, tries to go in on the Undying there, does not kill him, and I guess the one shot he was expecting, maybe? I don't know. Changes his mind, I guess.
Nice.
Game grinds to a screeching halt. Everybody just breaks it up to farm. I don't think this is in ATHF's interests. I don't think it's good for them to try and split and farm here. They just, like the best, you know, Pudge, he has a couple of fat stacks. Can't see it here. I promise he does.
Radiant's
I don't know why I
bottom
can't see his
tower
fat
is under
stacks. I guess I'm just not allowed.
attack. Radiant's bottom
Pudge has a
tower
couple
has
of
fallen.
fat stacks, but it's nothing to write home about. He definitely, it's just not to his advantage to, he has at least 6. It's not to his advantage, I don't think, to just be casually trying to farm here, not against the Weaver. Weaver outscales him very dramatically. It's like the only scaling hero in this entire game. Basically, if Pudge doesn't just get super fed. He's got his BKB up, Pudge does. And no Eternal Shroud. Three-man smoke here, OD, Night Stalker, and Winter Wyvern. Smoked out here. Going for the triangle. Well, somebody circles the triangle, it's not actually where they're at. OD tries to drop the ball on Matty Boy's head again, but this time it really doesn't work out. Tall Ball's gonna get bullied here. He actually could have just turned around and dropped Black Hole there and just been okay, actually, because Pudge is not even remotely near this. But I don't think he needed that at this time. Night Stalker's gonna blink right in front of Zeus here, though. Zeus is gonna be okay. Not Zeus, but Night Stalker's gonna be okay. Zeus immediately just gets hooked, just rotted, dismembered.
This bit's gonna be awesome.
So they do force a fight here. The fight goes really well for them. $1,421 gold changes hands, most of it falling directly into the pockets of Pudge and Night Stalker. Night Stalker has that funny shard now, which means he's allowed to just randomly eat creeps in the middle of fights, get a bunch of health back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We were getting a little jumped by the Night Stalker here, but Night Stalker does not get the silence in time for Weaver to just Sakuchi out.
A golden thread.
Feels like Enigma has fallen basically off the face of the world in this game. He's just buying like support items.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Very ambitious smoke on what they know to be 5 people. They're gonna come out front, BKB up. Everyone's kind of gathering. 3-man black hole. So Pudge is just going to out damage most of it. It's not going to out damage all of it. Night Stalker could not be reached for comment. It was definitely not good. I feel like if Night Stalker's in that... Why did he just drop his bracer on the ground? Okay, there we go. I think if Night Stalker's available for that fight, I don't think the opportunity for the black hole is there, and as a result, I feel like that's just kind of another win for ATHF, so definitely not great that he's not there. Like, even if it's not Night, just the threat that you can go SV and silence means that Enigma has to be constantly thinking about
Radiant's
that.
top tower is under attack.
But not only was Night Stalker not there, he showed himself on wave just to prove that he wasn't there. Make sure everybody knew it. That wasn't great. Again, like in last game, it just kind of feels like the direction. Okay, goodbye PVC pipe. Never mind. I was about to say goodbye PVC pipe. He's not leaving yet. Matty Boy getting hammered here. Matty Boy getting very dead here. Did he just smoke right before he died? I'm pretty sure he did.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And then he puts an F in chat for himself.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We now finally are allowed to see how many flesh heap stacks Pudge has again.
Dire's
It's
middle
10.
tower is under
He's got
attack.
20 strength, which is good, but I think he probably wants more at this point in the game. He's gonna take out Enigma here. Make that 11. This is a bad spot for him to be. Enigma's buying back. Which, ATHF are just too fast to get caught here, so they're sticking around though. The decision to try and stick around for this, get Winner's Curse here, going to buy them a little bit more time. Potentially get rid of Undying. No, Undying's going to be fine. I wonder where we're going to go down here. That's all they lose, and for forcing a pause 3 who's already in basically debt to buy back, that's probably a very soft win for bonus there. Right, so a very good reminder that the Dire also cannot really group up in this game. Yeah, if Weaver's not in that Winner's Curse, Pudge is definitely dead. And if Pudge is definitely dead, that's a rather big kill for him right now. That basically just tilts the advantage directly into the favor of Weaver here.
Radiant are scanning.
The Dire have 3 supports. Oh my god, this is sad. Poor Enigma. Now Weaver and Zeus have had loads and loads and loads of space. If Tall Balls had any money in this game, like I mean basically any at all, Weaver and Zeus have not. But on the other hand, this is kind of rough.
This sustains, gold remains.
Zeus ult to attempt to try and kill the Winter of Burn here. does not actually succeed, and so as a result, they need to call in some more firepower to get it done.
War and winter travel wing in wing.
All the Dire have to do to get Winter Wyvern to buy back is just go into Roche Pit. Which is definitely a good thing for them, you know, on the other side of the coin, because it's like, there's not really any way Radiant does Roche. It is a very unachievable target for them, especially if the Dire fall up like they are. We ain't gonna storm into the pit here. Of course, it is going to be achievable if Radiant just, if Dire just has no idea it's happening. Once again, Undying takes the full brunt of what everything OD has to offer him and just walks away again. Very sad. But I have really no idea. Okay, they do have perhaps an idea this is happening. Just looking for a ward here. Though they do not respond to it in any real way before Aegis is on the ground. Right around the Roche pit. Two people immediately going to get dropped here. Beaver's debut fight with the Dessel here is going to give him 2 kills of his own. Actually more to do, I think. Yeah, Weaver's still looking to fight here. I think that's the right option. Pudge goes for fresh meat. Enigma tries to black hole to cancel the OD TP, and it does not work. Pudge is going to BKB TP himself, and that's the end of this fight. Which I believe that was his 7 seconds. He's down to 6 now. That was OD's 8. I'm gonna BKB TP with one of the early BKB charges. Does kind of suck a little bit, but it's the price you pay. Overall, this is probably not what you want to see after your first Aegis pickup there on Pudge. You know, Pudge does get a pretty monstrous amount of damage in, but is not out-damaging the Weaver at this point, which is a very major red flag. And this is only going to get worse. The Dessel's going to get more charges. He's going to be able to build more efficient items than Pudge. Pudge is going to get himself a nice fat stack here, maybe. Very interesting choice for Enigma to just turn around and not do anything with that after all. I feel like if he just hits Malefice there, Pudge is just kind of going to... I mean, not going to die, but he's just not going to get anything done.
Illusion.
Poor PVC pipe. OD dropping the Meteor Hammer on the T3 here.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under
We were
attack.
taking out the T2 bot while this is going on.
Dire's middle tower
Got
is
his
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
shard now.
has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Not good for Pudge. Going to a popsicle here. This is not a great popsicles game though. Pudge's time spent in jail. Well, has a bunch of zombies to build on him. Well, has a bunch of ults to go out, and as a result, not only is Pudge gonna die, but Weaver's also just randomly gonna kill Wyvern at the side of the fight with his shard there. Well, that's bad. How much money just traded hands? 486 bucks fell out of Pudge's pocket, 828 right into Weaver's. This very large and intimidating looking gold gap has shrunk down to just 3 grand. Weaver got a DD to take out this T2 mid. Maybe he responded to it with a glyph.
Fortified. Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
Glyph is
attack.
not going to save it. Weaver's going to eat this thing.
Radiant's
8
middle
Deso
tower
charges
has
by the
fallen.
way. trying to push out this wave up top here. I think if they see the tower, they could realize they're not going to. They looked at the tower. Yeah, somebody is pulling it out now. They see that it has very low amounts of health. So really all they needed to do there was just have Weaver walk up to it with a DD and just kind of hit it once.
Radiant's top tower is under
Goodbye,
attack.
tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Weaver has now taken first place on the net worth chart. He's now picked up a Scotty. Should be kind of bad for Pudge. Especially considering, okay, Pudge does have his Eternal Shroud. Did not see him building to that earlier, so I kind of assumed he wasn't going to go for it, but he is going to do it this time. We're going to have some Shroud gameplay on Pudge. Pudge just dismembered creep. Zeus ult's gonna reveal Marcy here. Weaver's gonna go real deep looking for him. Marcy's gonna turn around and try to at least waste some time off of Weaver, but does not actually get that done. They're likely to take this outpost, yep. Eidolon's pushing up forward here. Lots of pressure on these towers.
Radiant are scanning.
Weaver trying to go for a Daedalus here. Looking for a little bit more damage to put him really over the top. Interesting to me that he's not going to upgrade the Maelstrom at all yet. And though it does feel like right now one of the big advantages that they have is the Weaver's ability to just spread the disaster. He's actually picked up a pen-edge sword, okay. Just picking up various jungle items. Yeah, we were going for the pin edge. Let's have 45 damage. Interesting. Scouting Zeus ult finds the enemy mostly jungling. There's one nice upside to Zeus that I feel like sometimes people overlook is that not only is Zeus great at warding, dewarding, not only does he have that global presence, but at a time like this when you have absolutely zero clue what the enemy lineup is doing, you're trying to figure it out. Like you got the ability to just drop a scouting ult for it. Not something you should do every day, but you can if you need to. Found the enemy team jungling, and that is not really concerned the Grim Adventures at all. I would be shocked if it did. Even if these guys did somehow scale up, they're definitely better farmers out on the Dire, so... But just 13 fat stacks. Which again isn't bad, but just not what you want to have at 40 minutes on the new Pudge. Not when you're the entire game, not when you gotta scale out. If you're like a mid-Pudge, if you're a 3-Pudge, this is a fantastic amount of fat stacks, you know, you won the goddamn lottery. But if you're a pause 1 Pudge, you've got 13 stacks of fat at 40 minutes. Oh, buddy, that is not the best thing in the world for you here. They're gonna go to Roche, at least think about it, but they really can't do that. ATHF pushing up the T3 bot. Lift coming out here. Enigma gets found by the Pit Lord, not the Pit Lord, by the Night Stalker here. But Stalker does not actually get the job done. In fact, he's ultimately the one who goes down for it. Too good. Nothing else, they have successfully totally distracted the Dire from their previous objective of going for Roche. Downside is that the proceeds from that just gave Weaver enough for his full Daedalus, which that is a little not great. That is a little hard to deal with in this game. Oda gets sniffed out there, but casually starts walking away. Kind of unwittingly here. Yeah, this should really tell you exactly where the ATHF, you know, how well they realize what's going on here. You know, he just casually TPs away in the middle of it happening.
Roshan has fallen to the
Immortality.
Sure goes out. That is going to the Dawnbreaker. Is going to have that meta community during the ult now. I was about to say, surprised it didn't go on the Enigma. Enigma's already got a shard, so yeah, that's basically your only real option left.
I was meant to have this.
Odie was meant to have a bounty run. Weaver's gonna just demolish this tower in like a second flat if nothing shows up to stop him.
Fusion.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Spoilers, nothing showed up to stop him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You're way out front here, just gonna
Radiant's
eat this
structures are
T3 as well. Liff is gonna come out to defend that. Odie doing a little bit of split pushing. He's gonna sight that out. Also sees where Pudge is exactly. Honestly, it would have been funny for Weaver to just TP up here, throw bugs at the wave, then hit R. But I assume he still thought OD was going to be nearby. Not actually the case, OD just wanted to draw some attention. He did just pick up the sheep stick. Could have a pretty big effect this game. Enigma has his BKB now though, so it's not going to be any help with that. Yep, this is his 9-second BKB. So the only thing that's going to be able to interrupt next black hole is either Dismember, which, you know, Pudge should be in the black hole, or Winter's Curse. Smoke out here. Gonna run into bonus.
Radiant's curse has been killed.
Take out his carry to stop the C-warding. Pudge chasing around Zeus here, but Zeus has his Zeus has a haste round. Gonna use ult to scout out, see exactly where the Fat Man's going. Fat Man in real danger here now. Get some SV type action. Night Stalker coming in. Gonna do everything he can to stop this. Pudge is gonna go down instantly. So is Enigma. Goodbye, Enigma. Gets totally destroyed by the Widow of Ult.
I weave your fate.
Enigma, or not Enigma, Weaver going to protest backdoor protection here. There's one bit of good news for Aqua Team Hunger Forcestaff. None of the lays are really in a great position here. Mid only just now arriving. Ooh, Night Stalker blows up the Void to get the Hex out on Weaver here. But now Night Stalker is going to die. First life for Weaver goes down. Night Stalker is going to buy back. Interesting, no buyback from Pudge here. I do feel like a buyback from Pudge in this defense would have actually changed a lot about it.
Radiant's top
Weaver
tower
takes
has
out
fallen.
top T3.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
ATHF flip out for this range Rex top.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Let's take a look at this graph so you can see. Yeah, this is a stock market crash right here. If you were investing in the Aqua Team Hunger Forcestaff collective, boy, you are crying your eyes out at this point in the game. Net worth advantage now 15k in favor of the Dire. XP advantage 5 levels for Dire. The only bit of good news, and I mean the only bit of good news, is that Enigma is still almost comically behind compared to his enemy counterpart. But there's a good reason for this, and the good reason for this is to give Weaver the space to go 10k above the next person. Seems like we're just waiting around till Roche spawns up again. Feels like this is the story of a lot of games this season, you know. There's kind of, you know, one team is just making a traumatic last stand. The reality is pretty much just waiting for the next Roche attempt to put him down. Roche going fishing for supports here, doesn't find anything.
Taste of the good stuff.
Zeus ult there, likely scouting. Oh no, Zeus ult there because he just got an arcane rune and wanted to hit all his buttons to make use out of the cooldowns, okay.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scanning out Roche. It's not actually up yet. It's gonna be another 2 minutes until we get to see that. Four-man smoke out here. Gonna find the Dawnbreaker very quickly. He was quieting magic here. Enigma in the middle of everything just cannot stand up to all this firepower. Goes down. Both OD and Enigma buying back. Wanted to get a second shot at this. We were just hammering people in this fight.
Is it a feed?
Let me just
Maybe it's a feed.
Buybacks flying out from ATHF. Weaver just found a double damage. Gonna just directly look here to take out the final set of racks. Zeus has now also passed Pudge here on the net worth charts. Just did actually more damage than Weaver in that last fight. Youch. Very good scenario there for Cranberry Sprite, who for what feels like one of the first times in this game had a scenario where he got to just operate there without anybody getting his face. Alright, okay. I mean... Oh look, it's Dota Turbo. Everyone's just suddenly sped up quite heavily for some reason. Roosh is up. I'm gonna take care of some OD related business first. Ooh, scouting ult there to find where where OD goes. Just hammers him, completely eliminates him from the game. Makes this a very easy Roche. Radiant scan out this Roche as if there's any question where the die are right now. Matty Boy snakes Aegis. Weaver must be content with the cheese. I guess in fairness, Weaver has basically not died at all this game, so you know. Zeus is gonna laugh in stereo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
They're even gonna glyph this.
Radiant's bottom
Stalker coming out.
Radiant's bottom tower is fortified.
Gonna jump on Weaver to try and pop the Lincolns there, which is a success. Weaver gets out for any real significant damage it's done. Okay, this is bad. Yeah, Weaver's actually gonna die here. Gonna fly back though. They just can't stop the Zeus. Yep. Pudge is gonna go down. OD calls the GG and we're getting out of here. OD calls the GG. I think this is legitimately the only GG we have this week, maybe? Maybe one of 2 or 3. Alright, let's keep this short and sweet because I want to get out of here. They couldn't do anything about the Weaver at all, ever. Period. That's it. They couldn't do anything at all about the Weaver. Enigma felt like a total non-factor this game. Very unfortunate for him, but he was right to basically just fall all the way down these charts here. Basically, Matty Boy became like the real pause 3 in this game, basically. Weaver got all the space in the world to just farm up all of what he wanted to do. Really, that's just it. That's just the long and short of it. They just couldn't catch the bug, and the bug just ate them. That's it. The Night Stalker was a good attempt to try and do something about him. The Widow Revert a couple of times turned the Weaver around, but that's the closest they ever got. Pudge just did not get scary enough to just be a big threat to him. Just got outscaled. That's it. And with that, we're finally goddamn caught up. So if you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. And yeah, we'll see you for week 5.